Hey guys, Tommy T back again. This is part 4 update of the build. Just want to show you what I've done so far. I got the second graphics card in place with the water block. Looking mighty sexy as always. As you see there, the MSI logo. The back plate is on its way. I got the RGB back plate, illuminated red and white. Once it get in, I'll put that in, and then I'll go ahead and update you guys with the rest of the information. Also with the rest of the build. But so far, I got the tube coming in from last time I was telling you that I was showing you. I pretty much got all the tube already in place already, and then also I even put the nickel coil in here too as well. I mean the coil in here for the antimicrobial ordeal, whatever it is. And then I got one more in here, if you can see it right there. That's it right there. So that one is sitting pretty sexy with the pump, and also going to the radiator right there, as you can see. Focus, there it is. Okay, all right, so and then I got the graphics card. I got this one coming out from the graphics card, coming down, going through here. I made a like a 70-degree bent down here to go into the pump itself. You can see in there, that's the pump right there, going to the dual pump. So the water would be like this. This side come, let me see. Alright, so this side will be coming in. So the water pump will come out underneath there. There's that first big long tube that you saw with the filter in there. So that gonna come out underneath here, goes to the radiator, cools it down, and it comes back out fresh cool water going to the CPU. And so from the CPU goes to the RAM goes to the reservoir fills up, cools it down, comes back out, go through another filter right here, just make sure that we got clean good water, and then it comes back up to this radiator, cools it down again, and it comes out, goes to the graphics card, cools down the graphics card, comes down, comes back into the pump. And then the pump comes back out again, cools it down. So that's the whole entire cycle. So the way I had set up, the way I did it, is to make sure we have continuous cooling. I've seen a lot of builds out there where they just run from the radiator, which is cooling source, to the heat source, and then to another heat source. So it goes from the CPU to the graphics card, and then to the graphics card back to the cooling source, which is the radiator or the reservoir, or whatever the case is. And I thought that was not efficient enough, so that's why I decided to go all my build with this route, where I wanted to have a break in between the heat source, the two heat source, and the cooling source. So the heat source are the component itself. The cooling sources are the reservoir and the radiator itself. So that's where we at, and that's the reason why I did this build this way. And I think it gives you a few degree more efficient and better versus having a direct connect from heat sources to heat sources and then to cooling sources. Because if that's the case, you're dumping cool water into the heat sources, which is cooling down the CPU and everything, which is great. And then you transfer that heat to your graphics card, and then your graphics card heats up even more. And so by the time it comes out to the cooling sources, your graphics card is not being cooled down like it should be. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but not 100%. I wouldn't say totally 100%. So that's the reason why I go with this route. All my builds, every single builds I do, I always have a break in between or have two separate water pump system. In other words, the graphics card will have their own reservoir and cooling system. The CPU will have its own cooling and reservoir system. You know, and have their own radiator and everything is own. But in this case, due to the space confinement, I went ahead and combined them. So as I combined them, I went ahead and split the cooling sources from the reservoir and the radiator. Oh, and then also too as well, always remember to make a drain port. So this is my drain port right here. This is just an easier way for you to drain and flush your system, and it's recommended to flush your system every 6 months. Okay, it depends what kind of coolant you're using, but you know you should flush it every 6 months if you're using just regular distilled water. Now if you're using any other component, well, you know, distilled water I would do any 3 months, 3 to 4 months, just to be in the safe side. If you're using any additive or any coolant fluid, I would do about 8 months, 6 to 8 months, and then anything beyond that 1 year is already pushing the envelope, pushing the limit. You want the longevity of your components, and you want it to last as long as you can, because these components takes a lot of manpower to do, and it takes a lot to build and a lot to put together. So hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like my information, my updates. I will update you more on it. I will keep you posted on the build itself, and I will do the final loop test and leak test, and we'll keep you guys going. Comment, concern, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. I hope you guys like the build because it turned out beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. I cannot complain more about this build. So I'll do my filling, and I will keep you guys posted. Peace. Tommy T.